1,000. Okay, that explains why I haven't got 1,000. Okay.
Here's a quick question. Imagination network contributors is you guys, right? Are you guys? Okay, just in the license doesn't follow any OSI, any recognized open source license agreements.
Yeah, the AI wrote our license agreement for us.
Okay, I would suggest you consider maybe an MIT.
Is there anything legally wrong with the agreement? Is the question, not if we should change it.
Yeah.
So it's technically not an open source project. Technically,
no. It's very open source. You can just fork it, download it. You have all rights to it.
It's like open source license agreement, therefore it cannot be an open source. Legally speaking.
This is the man who spell checks his own freaking words in chat.
Yeah.
We'll run the license agreement through more tech savvy thing.
Okay.
But I think for the most part, like legally, it doesn't matter. But it's just like just like Glitch. When I used Glitch, their license agreement was pretty much the same thing, where it just said that you own this, it's yours now, and you manage it. It wasn't like anything that was
still technically a proprietary license agreement, nevertheless. Even though it's much like the non-permissive open source. It's much like the MIT clauses or the BSD clause license agreement.
That's why I hate open source. I mean, I know you guys are all lovey-dovey with open source, but I hate it.
Well, it depends on the license.
Well, it depends on which standard you're accepting, right? Like, it's technically the code is there for anyone, so that makes it open source. But he's talking about legalities.
I know
of what's accepted. So technicalities versus legalities. All right. So what did it say, Bob? Are we at the next?
That's cool, Bob.
No, it's all wrong. It doesn't show you anymore, and it doesn't show my hello ones. And am I even connected anymore? I've got these old ones from 5 months ago.
So when you click, go ahead and click the Wi-Fi symbol like you would.
Like this,
even though it's spinning. Right. Yeah. So you're still on peer-to-peer. So go down and see what happens if you switch back to the node, because that's what it was working on the node.
Okay.
Because you don't have its peer ID to connect to in builder mode. You'd have to know whatever its peer ID was.
Okay.
Let me do the same thing here. Auto connect cross cannot fully test this environment since unreachable from the browser. I am not unreachable. Let's see here. It's one match. Disconnect. One connect.
I only mentioned about license because I can already see something that's could cause you a lot of problems. Point one, you may create your own instance for the code or develop derivative projects without restriction. So in theory, I could create the derivative, copyright it, and then say you've got code that I've already copyrighted, therefore you can't use your original project anymore.
Well, that's actually the whole reasoning behind it. Like, people copy the stuff
And
that
there's
he
been
has.
cases of that, actually.
No, they do that on the nodes. It's like, how many people have already copied your project and used it for themselves, Mike? You said like over 100, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, but what's stopping them from actually copyrighting it and saying you cannot use that code anymore?
Well, you'd have to have historical precedents of ownership to copyright, which they don't have.
right, dating. Like,
Depends on which culture
yeah, you understand. All I have to do is write something on a piece of paper and put a date on it, and you can't copyright it because I have precedents. I have an actual piece of paper with a date on it that was written.
Yeah.
That's copyright without legality.
You may find there's an issue depending on jurisdiction, potentially. This is, yeah, I can see a potential problem.
Well, then you patent it, right? Then you can't copyright it.
That's why my whole argument with layering the TOS is something that I think would be important, because everybody else thinks that's just a bad idea, and I'm like, no, it's not, dude. It's an excellent idea. Just you need to learn how to layer your TOS to where
specific circumstances. Depends on how the project set up in the first place.
Mm-hmm. I don't think that a lot of the ways that these platforms are doing things are really legitimate. It's not really cool. They're really pretty lazy, to be honest with you. And everybody blames everybody blames.
All right, real quick, Bob, you there?
I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay, go to your view node dashboard real quick. Hit disconnect. And then click on Swarm. And then it should go to your Wi-Fi again. And enable. Copy. You see where it says your node? Copy that. And we're going to go over to Lovable and say... 2 users are online, node, and then paste your node. And the node above listed. When on Swarm Mesh, we cannot see each other's content. Only when we switch to builder mode and share peer IDs does content serve between users. Both should work. Fully test peer mesh until you see users posts.
Do what until we see each other first?
Fully test Swarm Mesh.
Swarm mesh. Yeah.
Until you can see posts by users currently online. Okay. Make sure to add, when we switch to builder mode, and share peer IDs. And it's just not switching that we do. We have to share.
Okay.
That should do.
How long does it usually take before
For what?
it all works out to where?
Well, we've been having problems with the auto connect because it's no one's ever built a system off PureJS that auto connects without a database behind it, or like a cloud or whatever. So, what we've created is kind of a library of known nodes. So it tries to use the known nodes to auto connect. So right now, like Bob provided their node ID to add it to the list and see if that helps, and then it can troubleshoot a little more on why these two nodes aren't seeing each other and so on and so forth. But once once we have a stable online node that's always online, the auto connect will be a lot more secure. But it's just a matter of being able to have a node that's always online without having a cloud or database behind it.
That's cool. That really is, to be honest.
It's cool, hey? Hey, OG, it's cooler than cool.
Well, being independent of the cloud system and everything, that's a big deal in today's world.
Big deal.
Please remember there is no such thing as the cloud. There isn't a single cloud.
I've seen it. I was there in my dream, and I was in the cloud, and the data was all around. I know it's real.
I've seen
it.
Another
Halo.
I just rendered the cloud on Blender, dude. It took me 7 days.
It's raining on flowers, damn it.
That's right. 7 days of rendering. That was very well said, though. I do appreciate that, because that's something that I'm really impressed by. I want to set something up that's a website that's, like I said, the TLS is layered, and it's where like people don't lose their identity because they go against copyrights in certain jurisdictions. If they don't want to comply to it, then they can just opt out of the terms of services when you put it up, and they just won't be able to stream, you know what I'm saying? But if they decide later on that they want to opt in so they can stream, they have the option.
I bet if they do want to, if they want to remove their user profile, the user account,
let it go backwards as well as forwards. You know, I mean, if they want to opt out of terms of service that they previously agreed to, let them do it, and whatever, you know, just give them the choice to do it.
Interesting. Yeah, I think
what services you are providing to them, individual services.
Yeah, a very interesting concept. Yeah, I think I know our terms of service definitely could use some work, and I mean I sketched it up in a day, so I'm sure that it's not all there. But yeah, I think streaming is definitely something that we want to work on. And again, the whole thing with the peer-to-peer networks is to do these things you have to be connected to someone, and then you're streaming to them, and then you're using your local data and their local data to host it and serve it across the site and stuff. So
yeah, but that's more the user responsibility rather than you as the provider's responsibility.
Which is, I think,
their data.
That's actually a better solution than doing the layered, because then it's like you and the other persons that are involved are the ones responsible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
They are responsible for their own jurisdictional laws, or to uphold their own jurisdictional laws, rather than you as the provider being. That makes sense.
Yeah, no, but hold on, let me read. Gotta read. Reading is hard when listening.
Good stuff.